Okay, so to start out, we're gonna roll out the arches of the feet. I'm gonna take a lacrosse ball and try to get into the arches of my foot as deep as I can. While I'm rolling out my arches, I'm trying to apply as much pressure as possible. And the whole time, I'm gonna have my toes relaxed. So I don't wanna lift my toes up. I want it relaxed over the ball. So here's a barbell tempering of the quad. We're going to take a barbell, load it up with a 25-pound plate. You could also load up with a 10, 5, or even more than just 25. And we're just going to go up and down the quad nice and slow, trying to find the spots that are the most tender, that are the most painful. And we're just trying to spend some time there and apply some pressure into those areas that are the most tender. Here's the wall press dead bug with band resistance on the hip flexors. I'm crushing my low back into the ground. I'm pushing against the wall as hard as I can, and I'm extending my leg out, and I'm gonna hold that position. And in this position, I'm gonna do 3 forceful breaths in through the nose and a forceful exhale through the mouth 3 times. All right, so I'm gonna set up a couple bands on a rack here around J hooks, and I'm gonna perform a single leg glute bridge, driving my heel into the band and trying to get my hip up as high as I can. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm keeping my abs tight, and you feel a lot of tension in your hamstring and calf while you're doing this. So here's the banded reverse Nordic. So I have a band tied around a bar or a rack here. My knees are on a pad. I'm fully extending my hips and squeezing my glutes and my abs the whole time. I'm trying to rock back and go as far back as possible, almost getting my head to the floor. Here's the all fours hip car. I'm in an all fours position. My abs are braced and tight, and I'm gonna try to draw as big of a circle as I can with my hips. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm keeping my knee at 90 degrees. You're trying to avoid any bending of the elbow or arching of the back. You're trying to create pure circles with your hips. You're trying to draw a circle over past the last circle that you just drew, and just each rep, you're trying to create a bigger circle. All right, so this is the walking lunge with knee drive. You're gonna perform a walking lunge and then quickly come up into hip flexion with a knee drive, and then back into the next walking lunge. So here's the A skip. We're gonna just do a skipping motion while driving the knees up nice and high, and performing arm swings with opposite arm, opposite leg. In this band-assisted pogo hop, we're grabbing onto the band. It's going to assist us while we're jumping. We're going to try to keep our knees as stiff as possible, and we're just bouncing almost like we're doing a jump rope. So this is just like the band-assisted pogo hops, but now we have resistance on each jump. After that, we're going to perform 2 sets of 5 box jumps. The box does not need to be high. I just want you to have the intent to jump as high as you possibly can. If you can land with stiff legs or slightly bent knees, that would be perfect. Here's the power skip. This is just like the A skip, but on each skip, you're trying to get up as high as you possibly can.